The following presentation is non-profit and is intended for entertainment purposes only. All events within this presentation are non-canon. Batman and all related characters are the property of DC Comics, Warner Brothers, and their respective owners. Hilarious Matrimony, a Batman fanfiction. Written and read by Robert Cantor. Chapter 18. Very slowly, Dick Grayson fought his way to awareness. The last thing he remembered was the Jokerized fish in the pizza box, fighting the Joker, and then blinding pain. The fact that his thoughts were so hazy, and that it was taking so much effort just to open his eyes, told him that he was on strong painkillers. He was alive, but what had happened to Corey? Dick was scared, more scared than he'd ever been in his life. His mind ran crazy with thoughts of all the horrible things the Joker could have done to the woman he loved. If Corey was dead, he didn't want to wake up. Just then, Dick felt a very warm and familiar presence. Suddenly, he was back at Haley's circus, at the top of the ladder, standing before the void. He remembered the day he made his first jump. He thought that had been the scariest day of his life. He laughed. In the years that followed, he had fought evil, from the lowest Gotham mugger to Trigon himself. This jump was nothing. His eyes wandered across to the other side of the void. There, his parents stood. His mother, with her serene smile, and his father, with the confident, reassuring look he always wore. "Son, you can't live in fear," his father said. Bruce may have taught Dick how to fight and how to be a hero, but his parents had been the ones to teach Dick to overcome the fears that threatened to hold him back and weigh him down. Dick could make the leap across the void to the place where his parents were. That would have been easy. It was waking up that terrified him. "We're proud of you, Dick," his mother said, "but it's not time yet." Before Dick could move, he felt something pulling him back. Taking his father's advice, he took a deep breath and let whatever was pulling him take him. As the circus disappeared, a very familiar jasmine scent cut through the darkness and gave him all the motivation he needed. "Corey," he groaned. His eyes fluttered open, and there she was. The relief on her face didn't hide the fact that she had been crying. But other than that, she was unharmed. She bent over and kissed him. The warmth of her lips and her intoxicating aroma convinced him that she was real. "Thank God." And now Dick cried. He let the tears flow freely down his face. He had been so scared since this nightmare started, but Corey was alive. "I love you." "Richard, I'm so sorry." "What are you apologizing for?" Dick didn't know how long he had been out. Days, weeks, months. As long as Corey was okay, it didn't matter. "What happened?" "The Joker used Scarecrow's fear toxin on us. We each thought we were fighting him, but we were fighting each other." Fresh tears ran freely down Corey's face. "I almost killed you!" Fighting the painkillers that left him practically immobile, Dick reached out and touched her face. "Honey, that wasn't you. It was him and the drugs. Plus, since we're both still breathing, I assume Batman got there in time." "But it doesn't change the fact that I almost killed the man I love." "I've already forgiven you. I asked you to marry me, remember? That means I've promised to love you for better or for worse. This was just one of those for worse days. Love doesn't keep score. It just is. I'm just happy you're safe. Corey sniffled and managed a smile. You're impossible. Only for you, baby. Corey leaned in and kissed him again. For a moment, the whole world ceased to exist. They'd faced costume villains, demons, and their own insecurities, but nothing could break their bond. When they broke off, Dick remembered one very important thing they hadn't discussed. His tone suddenly became serious. What happened to the Joker? He's gone, replied Corey. Define gone. Because of the painkillers, Dick kept falling back asleep. It was a while before Corey brought him fully up to speed. Dick didn't believe the part about Joker making a deal with Trigon and transforming into a giant demon until he saw the video footage. That explains a lot, he groaned. He's not going to come back as a ghost or something, is he? Raven said she's going to do everything in her power to make sure that doesn't happen, said Corey. Dick and Corey's friends took turns to check in and wish Dick a speedy recovery. Everyone was busy cleaning up the Joker's mess. Between the Joker turning into a demon, wreaking untold havoc on the city, and Batman cutting him in half, all of Gotham was in a state of shock. When Batman finally came to visit, Corey leapt up and hugged him. Dick watched in amusement as the Dark Knight's flustered face turned red. Come on, bring it in, Corey said. Very slowly, Batman hugged her back. Wow, Dick was right. You really are emotionally stunted. Yeah, I'm sure plenty of people would pay an arm and a leg to be in the same position you're in, laughed Dick. So, word around town is that Batman finally had enough to cut the Joker in half. Yes, was all Batman said. Even with the mask on, Dick knew how to read Bruce's emotions. He'd never seen this before. It was an unnatural combination of relief and guilt. He had taken no pleasure in killing the Joker. He'd done what he had to do, but a part of him was still giving himself hell for crossing the line he'd set for himself. What was that sword you used? Asked Dick. Magic has never been my area of expertise, but I can't ignore the fact that supernatural threats exist, replied Batman. I needed to call in a lot of favors to make that sword a reality. I even used authentic fragments from the robe worn by Jesus Christ. Dick was about to ask Bruce if he was being serious, but the question died in his throat. Bruce wouldn't crack jokes on the best day of his life, let alone in whatever state his mind was in now. You never struck me as the religious type. You and your friends killed a demon whose power rivaled Darkseid's, replied Batman. Then there's beings like Neuron and the Spectre. Fair enough. There was a pause. Dick was the one who broke the silence. Bruce, Raven told us that you went in there intending to kill the Joker, even before you realized that he had turned into a demon. Yes, replied Batman, his face devoid of emotion beneath the mask. He threatened to take away everything from you. He almost made the two of you kill each other. He was never going to stop. You were going to go against everything you believe in for us? Asked Dick. Yes. This time, Corey kissed him on the cheek. If I weren't still in a lot of pain, I'd get up and hug you myself, laughed Dick. Batman allowed himself to crack a smile. Bruce, I know we haven't always seen eye to eye. We've argued more times over the years than I care to count. But I know I'm who I am today because of you. And I'm never going to be able to thank you enough for everything you've done for me. Who knows? Maybe now criminals will think twice before they prey on the innocents of Gotham, said Corey. They should be afraid of me, replied Batman, his tone deadly serious. I'm scared of myself. The Joker couldn't have made it any easier if he tried. That's what scares me. It was so easy. You killed him, but you didn't enjoy it. You're not proud of what you've done? Asked Corey. No, replied Batman. That's good, said Dick. It means you're still human. It means you're not him. It means we don't need to activate our contingency plan for you. Not yet, anyway. Batman allowed himself to smile again. I can always count on you. Get some rest, Dick. I'd hate to have to pay the expenses that come with rescheduling the wedding. To be continued. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, then like this video. Subscribe for more updates. And if you really want to help this channel out, click the links in the description below and buy my books.